What is going on, guys, and welcome to another video with your host, as always, K-Mac Time. Today's video is actually brought to you by the Amino app, your one-stop app for all things pop culture. They have an Amino for just about anything and everything, including the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There you guys can read great posts and post your own articles, connect with other fans, have live chats and hangouts, and do so much more. There's polls, there's, like I said, articles, all kinds of amazing content, all tailored to the exact fandom that you want to be a part of. And the best part about it, guys, is it's 100% free on both iOS and Android. And I'll actually be posting some new Marvel content over there on the Marvel Amino this week, so make sure you guys download the app and give me a follow there. Links in the description. But with that out of the way, guys, let's jump right into today's Marvel theory.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
To see if we could become something more.
Now, before we go any further, I just want to take a second and mention that this video does contain spoilers for Infinity War, so if you guys have not seen it yet, then now is the time to click away and come back after you've seen the movie. Now it's the time to click away. All right, but now we're past that. Let's just address the elephant in the room here. It's going to be the basis of this entire theory in this entire video, and that is that Thanos seemingly wins, and with a snap of his fingers, half the life in the universe disintegrates to nothing and just ceases to exist. And it was an incredibly dark moment. I mean, everyone in the theater went dead silent. I've literally never seen a group of fans leave a theater so collectively sad before in my entire life. It was very intense. But anyway, there were a few theories on what actually happened to those affected by this in the movie. The most obvious answer is what happened in the comic books, which is that everyone who stopped existing was somehow trapped inside of the Soul Stone, and once the Soul Stone is destroyed, they will instantly return. Now, personally, I don't buy into this being what's going to happen in the next movie. It feels like too much of a cliche. It's been done in other movies and other things like that before. It would be too easily predictable by people who've read the comics. And finally, because it seems like a bit like it's too mystical and magical, whereas I think Marvel is trying to go for a more pseudoscientific technology-based resolution here. And I really think that's what they're going for, because Doctor Strange knew that it was absolutely imperative that Tony Stark survived in order to defeat Thanos. That's why he gave him his stone and basically sacrificed everyone, because he knew that Tony Stark was somehow the key to saving this and figuring it all out. Also, because we look at what is the next coming out in the terms of Marvel movies is Ant-Man 2, very heavily based around technology. So of course you mix those two things together, and it kind of makes me think that them being trapped inside this in the stone isn't what's happening here, and we're going to find some kind of technological kind of breakthrough in these next couple of movies to get to where they need to be in Avengers 4. Of course, there also is the very obvious time travel option, but that too is just very on the nose and very cliche, and that Marvel would somehow explain, I feel like it would just explain why this can't work. Perhaps it'd be some sort of self-fulfilling destiny or a time loop scenario, much like what we saw in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which would mean that going back in time only makes things worse, so that option is also off the table. I feel like that would make the most sense for them to do. I don't want to see them just be like, oh, let's get the time stone, let's go back in time and change everything. That would be an awful resolution, and I do not think they're dumb enough to do something like that. So what are they gonna do then? Here's the theory. In the movie, even Thanos doesn't exactly know what's going to happen when he snaps his fingers once he's gathered all of the stones. He doesn't really grasp the entirety of it. He knows what's going to happen to some people, but doesn't really know how it's going to happen. He doesn't really care. But rather than just people just disappearing, what if when he snapped his fingers, he actually split the universe into two parallel universes through a single massive quantum event? One universe is the one that we saw at the end of the movie. The other is identical, but contains all the people who appeared to disappear, making it polar opposite. People that were in one aren't in the other, and vice versa. Now, what if those people will see everything else disappear? The quest for the Avengers now is to find a way to tunnel from one universe to the other to join them back together. Now, Ant-Man's ability to enter quantum realm and Tony's technology, including the BARF system, which is the binarily augmented retro framing system, this could be very important, and it could be, again, another big key as to why Doctor Strange thought it was so important to keep Tony Stark alive. Now, again, Ant-Man is the next movie up in the Marvel timeline, so maybe we'll get some clues to what's going on here. Hopefully we will. Now, I think this theory takes a different route on the pop culture realm, although the main reason I think this theory is because it gives a great platform for Captain Marvel to come into play with her very useful and powerful powers. Now, we saw at the end of the movie, the end credit thing where they put out a call to Captain Marvel. Spoilers on that if you haven't seen that, but we're deep in this video, should not be having spoilers. Anyway, it is said that she can harness a ridiculous amount of energy and is what connects Earth with the multiverse. What if she's actually so powerful that she is capable of holding the two alternate universes in place for a long enough time to where the Avengers can assemble on one universe again, and therefore they jump between universes, or they find a way to get back to the original universe, or they merge the universes. Something like that could be possible with Captain Marvel's abilities, and that would be really, really cool to see. Now, after that, they could go along and come up with a plan of defeating Thanos by getting Gamora out of the Soul Realm. Maybe Ant-Man can travel inside of the Soul Stone and retrieve Gamora. And once they are out of the Soul Stone realm and she returns to life, the universe will go back on one thing, because Thanos, remember, had to technically give up a soul for a soul to receive the Soul Stone. But if Gamora comes back to life, then he technically didn't sacrifice it. So then maybe the universe would take the Soul Stone back from him. And once that's back, he's one stone down, less powerful. And maybe then they'll have some kind of plan to take him down with Captain Marvel and other things going on there. I don't know. This is just major speculation at this point. These are all just kind of, ideas that are coming out of nowhere, out of my head and fans' heads. But a lot of it makes sense. A lot of it's possible. I really do like the idea of it being split into parallel universes and then Captain Marvel having to bring the universes back together or find a way to jump between realities. That would be really cool. I really feel like that's the direction they're going to go for over, like I said, the comic book way that explained it, with them being trapped inside the Soul Stone and then destroying the Soul Stone. I didn't really care for that. I also don't care for the time travel answer. I feel like this would be a much better way of doing it. And then maybe they could even keep Thanos on as a kind of anti-hero. They don't even have to kill him. Maybe they trap him inside the Soul Stone or something like that to kind of get that tie-in to the original comic book, so they have that a little bit. I don't know, kind of rambling now, but I want to know what you guys think about this. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. I would love to know what you guys thought of Infinity War. Do you guys like the ending? Was it really dark to you? Do you think you have a better idea of what they're going to do in Avengers 4? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on all of this kind of stuff down in the comment section down below. Also, make sure, like you guys said earlier in the video, head on over to the Amino app, the Marvel Amino app. Links in the descriptions, free on iOS and Android. I'm going to be posting a ton of stuff there. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to be doing a live chat there later this week as well if you guys are interested in that. Also, like I said, check out some previous videos. And also, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and share this video with all other Marvel fans that you guys know. It helps me out a ton when you guys like and share the video. But until next time, guys, remember that it is always K-Mac time somewhere. Until then, guys, take it easy and peace out.